What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, what I want to do is tell you my favorite people and blogs, etc. to follow in the SEO industry. Now, this list is not going to be in any particular order, but I'm going to tell you a bunch of people who you can start following and also where you can find them, because not everyone is going to be on one social media platform. So I'll tell you where you can find them and where I like to read their content. So the first person I'm going to speak about on the list today is Elena Solis. So Elena Solis is a international SEO consultant and also a mobile marketing SEO consultant. She's really good. She's extremely technical. She goes in depth. But what I like about her the most is that she's extremely business minded. So whenever she's talking about SEO, she's like a strategist. Like, she always ties the SEO efforts back to the overall big picture of the business goals and what marketers or what the business is trying to accomplish. Elena Solis is really a good SEO that you should start following. You can find her on LinkedIn. You can also find her on YouTube. If you look for her on LinkedIn, her name is spelled Aleyda and then space Solis, and on YouTube her channel is called Crawling Mondays. She also has a really good email marketing list where she gives a bunch of value. So it's called SEO FOMO, and it's really good. So I'd recommend anybody to start following her today because she's great. Like, she's a good SEO. The next person is Daniel Foley Carter. Daniel Foley Carter is someone who I've been following for maybe about a year and a half now, and I found him on LinkedIn. You can find him on LinkedIn. I actually interviewed him on the channel. But what he is most commonly known for, in my opinion, is his rants. So he'll talk about like hiring SEOs and seeing how people aren't qualified in the industry, etc., etc. It's really good for you to look at what he's saying because you can learn from what he's saying. You can understand what people are looking for in SEOs and the things that you should know, right? And he really breaks it down. Like, he truly, I think that if you want to follow him, he's going to be great for you to follow if you want to understand the common mistakes that people make in SEO and understand like solutions. So he'll challenge you to think about that stuff, and that's why I like following him. So he's on this list as well. Next one is Michael King. So I interviewed Michael King on my YouTube channel as well, and Michael King is my favorite SEO when it comes to like technical SEO and also content strategy, because he's really big on like audience targeting and segmentation and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend that you follow him. You can find him on LinkedIn. He doesn't really post that much content, but you can also find like some of his talks. Like, if you just go on YouTube, you type in Michael King SEO, you can find a lot of his talks on like many different like big outlets like Inbound and stuff like that. So definitely look for him. He has a lot of content out there. It's just not on his YouTube channel or on his LinkedIn. So you kind of have to find him at like other conferences, etc., etc., to find his content. But just look for him. He has great information. Next person is Ryan Stewart. So Ryan Stewart is another person I interviewed on my channel, and the reason why I like Ryan Stewart is because he doesn't just talk about SEO, he talks about systems and processes, and because of that, he shows you how you can streamline your SEO process. So I think Ryan is really good to follow. You can follow him on YouTube, Ryan Stewart, like RyanStewart, or on LinkedIn. He's actually on every single platform. He's on LinkedIn, he's on Instagram, he's on YouTube. So just type in Ryan Stewart, you'll be able to find him. He's really good at systems and processes. He's also really good at SEO, but I mainly follow him to understand his systems and his processes. The next person is Mark Williams Cook, another person I actually interviewed on my YouTube channel, and you can follow him on Twitter. I don't know his Twitter handle, but I know he told me that that's his favorite social media. But just type in Mark Williams Cook. He's literally the only person that has that name. So Mark and then Williams hyphen Cook, you'll be able to find him. And you can also find him on LinkedIn, where he posts unsolicited SEO tips. He has like a series, like a hashtag called unsolicited SEO tip. I think he's really good to help you understand the fundamentals, right? So if you're newer, I think he's really good at breaking that stuff down. but also his perspective on things is very interesting, and I've been following him for quite a while, so one of my favorite people to follow. The next person is John Lincoln. So John Lincoln from Ignite Visibility. If you don't know who he is, he's the owner of Ignite Visibility, and he is really good for news and updates when I'm looking for video. Like, if I'm looking for video news and updates, I go to John Lincoln because he's just the best to me. I like his, like, the personality behind how he delivers his content and stuff like that. When he's talking about SEO news, you can tell that he really enjoys it, and it makes it fun. An honorable mention that's always going to be the first when it comes to SEO news is Barry Schwartz on Rusty Bricks. He has some good content as well, but I just prefer John Lincoln. But they're both really great people, so you can check both of them out. The blogs that I like to follow are Search Engine Land and Marketing Land, but mainly Search Engine Land. Like, Marketing Land is like a honorable mention. So, and I also look at Google, right? So I look at what Google's posting. I look at Search Liaison. They have a lot of interesting information that comes out on Twitter. Like, Twitter is the best place if you want to get constant updates and news straight to your phone. And it's the easiest way that I found to stay up to date because I always have my phone on me. So it's like when I see a notification, it's like I'm gonna see it directly from Google. But Search Engine Land is where I would normally go. Like, if I want to say, okay, what's going on in the SEO industry, and I haven't seen anything on Twitter, haven't seen anybody talked about anything, I would go to searchengineland.com to figure out what's going on in the SEO world. So that's it for this video. Just thought it would be good to tell you guys where I gather my information from. And I also like to form my own conclusions through my own tests. But these are some of the people that I respect in the industry and that I trust when it comes to information. So check them out and let me know if you find any of their content interesting. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.